Okay, so this is so weird. We are in a boondocking spot in Ajo, Arizona, and there's coyotes out there, and it's seriously crazy. Listen. Isn't that freaky? Holy crap. There's like coyotes out there. Clearly this needs a little explanation.
Yeah. So we were on our way to Tucson, Arizona to go to Swaro National Park. And we decided that we were going to stop on our way to in Ajo, Arizona, so we could see the Organ Pipe National Monument. And we boondocked in Ajo at a great little place. And that's where we were that night when Peggy recorded the coyotes.
So we have seen coyotes before. We've seen them in Yellowstone. We've seen them in Joshua Tree National Park. But I had never been anywhere at night to actually hear them doing their coyote thing. And so I made the video for our grandkids, but I'm letting it out there that I'm a total city person and never heard coyote. It was just like completely freaky to me. So that's why we're coyoteing.
Yeah. So we're ending up, we're closing out season 1 here pretty quickly. We did
sooner than we wanted.
Yeah. But we did go to Swaro National Park, and we went to Organ Pipe National Monument, and we're going to share those visits with you.
So, anyway, we hope you enjoyed this little peek into Swaro National Park and Organ Pipe National Monument, and we'll see you at the end. Organ Pipe National Monument is a U.S. national monument and UNESCO biosphere in extreme southern Arizona. It is near the Arizona towns of Ajo and Hawaii, and is very easy to get to on Arizona 85 South. This section of Arizona is the only area in the United States where the organ pipe cactus grow naturally. So let's take a look, and along the way we're going to give you 3 fun facts about organ pipe cactus. Number 1. This cactus grows mostly in Mexico, and the National Monument in Ajo is about as far north as it grows. You may find some of this cactus 40 to 50 miles further, but that's about it. Cold and frost will kill the entire cactus, so they stay where it's warm. Smart plant. Number 2. Its name in Mexico is Pitaya dulce, meaning sweet pitaya or sweet cactus fruit, because it has a sweet red fruit that appears in June or so, sometime before the monsoon rains. It's good to eat, and there are even some recipes using the fruit online. The settlers in the U.S. thought it looked like the big pipes on a pipe organ. Okay, can't argue with that. And number 3, the organ pipe cactus typically grows to between 16 and 26 feet tall and lives to be about 150 years old. Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument isn't very large. It's only 516 square miles compared to Death Valley, which is 5,270 square miles, so it's fairly easy to see it in a morning. We drove a short section of the Ajo Mountain Drive and walked a couple of short trails. It's definitely worth a stop once everything is opened back up again. One other unique feature in Organ Pipe National Monument is this memorial to a young park ranger named Chris Eggle. On Friday, August 9, 2002, Ranger Christopher Eggle was with the Border Patrol, attempting to apprehend 2 armed illegal aliens that fled inside Organ Pipe National Monument, where he was assigned. A Border Patrol helicopter located the subjects and directed the 2 Border Patrol agents and Ranger Eggle to the site. One subject was apprehended, but the second man opened fire with an AK-47 and killed Ranger Eggle. This monument serves to teach and remind of the sacrifices made by all areas of law enforcement. Swaro National Park is unique in that it is split into two sections, one on each side of the city of Tucson, Arizona. The park gets its name from the giant Swaro Cactus that are so abundant in this area. The Swaro is the largest of the cactus family and is an iconic symbol of the American West. And just one more note. We visited the park toward the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, before the parks closed. See, it's actually fairly busy in this interesting age right now. The national parks are still open, and that's really good. Hills Visitor Center. And looks like there's some really interesting videos in here and displays. Ooh. Tells about rattlesnakes. Oh, look. Here's what the inside of a swirl looks like. Wow. Check it out. Look how dense this is. There are woody stems on the inside that form a skeleton of sorts inside the cactus. The rest is a dense sponge-like material that holds water. It reminded me of wet floral foam that goes in the bottom of a flower arrangement.
This part here is a spongy part, and this inner part is a spongy part where the water is actually stored. So the support is all the way around here, those hard wooden sticks.
So here are your 3 fun facts about the Swaro cactus. Number 1, a fully grown Swaro cactus can hold a lot of water in that spongy material that's inside of it. In fact, if you could squeeze the water out of a really big Swaro cactus, you could get as much as 4,000 pounds of liquid. That's about 250 gallons. Number 2, Swaro cacti grow very slowly. In fact, they only get to be 1 to 2 inches high in the first 10 years of their life. By the time they are about 70 years old, they might be about 6.5 feet tall. By the time they are 200 years old, which is about how long they can live, they're at their full height. Most grow to be about 45 feet tall, but there are a few that have been noted to be upwards of 80 feet tall. Now you know we have to do this again, right? So how many derricks tall is this cactus? Derrick is 5 feet 8 inches tall, or 68 inches. So 68 inches times 4.5 derricks equals 306 inches. Now divide that by 12 and you get 25.5 feet tall. This cactus is likely not as tall as it will get in years to come. Since the average height is 45 feet, this one may grow another 20 feet higher, but it is very likely over 100 years old. Also note that it doesn't have any arms. For a reason scientists haven't figured out yet, not all swaros get them. Number 3. Swaro cactus flowers bloom in April and May, but mostly open at night. The main pollinators of this and the organ pipe cactus are not birds, but is the lesser long-nosed bat. This little guy has an extra long nose that he puts deep into the flower. He drinks the nectar and gets pollen all over his little head. As he flits from cactus to cactus, the pollen is deposited. That's pretty cool. As COVID-19 was getting more and more widespread, we hurried to 2 final events before heading home. We went to the Tucson Temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This is a beautiful house of worship in Tucson that we saw under construction in 2016, and we're excited to finally see it completed. We did get to go, and just in time. We got word the next day that all our temples worldwide were temporarily closing due to coronavirus. And last, but certainly not least, we got to have a meetup with some new social media friends. Donovan and Jodi from RV on the Wayside on YouTube, and Andrea and Sean from 40 Foot House on Instagram. We had a fun breakfast at Bobo's in Tucson. We had a great time and loved getting to know them better. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to RV on the Wayside on YouTube and follow 40 Foot House on Instagram. I'll put links to their sites in the description. That's going to do it for this episode. Anything in particular that through the whole season, was there something that surprised you about the Southwest?
I didn't realize how specific the habitats were for different plants. For example, the Joshua trees only grow in a certain little area, and the Swaros only grow in another different little area. And the two don't mix.
They really don't. There's a little bit of crossover where there's different
right at the very edges, but
the
not
Mojave
much.
and the Sonoran deserts meet in certain spaces. The Colorado and the Mojave meet.
And like the Oregon pipe, well, they're in their own little spot.
They really are.
It's really interesting. Now, the one plant that grows everywhere in the Southwest is creosote. And that was a new plant for us as well.
Ubiquitous is, I think, what he called it, the ubiquitous creosote plant. It totally grows everywhere.
Yeah. It
was a really interesting trip. It was a little shorter than what, of course, we wanted. We mentioned it at the top of the show, but, it's okay. We're fine. Our kids are fine. All of our extended families are fine. We're staying home, staying safe, and we hope the same for you. So make sure you tune in next time, because we will do a season wrap up, and we're probably going to go through all of the campgrounds that we went to and kind of maybe even rank them. That could be kind of fun. So, and then we'll also give you a few hints of what's coming up and what we're going to be doing for season 2. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're new here and haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And click the like and the bell so that you get notified.
Absolutely. And until next time then, you guys take care.